Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Welcome to the morning show where we are having
Confessions and conversations about everyday life
and finances. Sorry, we're late, guys. That's the way it is sometimes.
Mom, she's waiting for you.
Oh, okay. Hit the button. Good morning, guys. Rosie got us started this morning because, yep, it has been one of those mornings where true life happens. Let me introduce myself. My name is Joanne, the only Live Past Children's Special, so what better place to be than here with me. Thank you guys for waiting for me. I was driving. Because,
Hey.
Morning. Good morning. And Rosie, show them your pretty braids, Rosie.
Isn't she lovely?
Honey, can you talk to her?
Right?
She said no.
You cannot.
And she said that no.
Awesome. Well, good morning, guys. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. I didn't get to post up this morning what the topic was about, but I said, you know what? Let me do what I can do, because I noticed, I don't know if y'all paid attention to it yesterday or not, but I did. And anywho, yesterday my hair started swelling up on the show while we were walking. So I said, you know what, today let me make sure I put on a hat so I can try
Kim
to
said your hair looks beautiful,
help
Rosie.
contain it some. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Our Fearless Morning quote this morning comes from none other than Mr. Abraham Lincoln. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any one thing. Your own resolution to succeed is more important than any one thing.
Go ahead and do that right now.
So in my Brown voice, right? Stop getting in your own way. Right? Brown said, stop being nasty. I said, stop being messy in your own way. All right? So
That's right.
always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any one thing. All right, y'all. So that's going to take us right into our confession and conversation this morning. So what are we talking about? We are talking about the top 5 things that poor people do that the wealthy don't. And you'd be like, oh, shoot, Lynn. We don't want to talk about that today. Well, sometimes, guys, you got to talk about the stuff that you don't want to talk about. Am I right about that? Sometimes
Amen.
you just have to face some of those things that you really don't want to face and decide, make a decision, right? Is this something that I am going to do? Is this something that I'm willing to do to change my situation or my circumstance? Y'all, hold on, let me catch my breath. I don't know why I just do this to myself every day, but I got to work this thing out. One day you're going to come on here and I'm going to be walking and it's not even going to be a hard choice, for me to take a breath.
You might be doing a light jog, girl.
Huh?
You might be doing a light jog by that time.
And who's going to hold this phone?
I'm just saying.
I will have a crew running beside me while I'm out here trying to work it out and talk to y'all. Now that would be all the way amazing. Let's go ahead and put that into motion. I will have a crew out here running with me.
Hey to the man.
Holding the camera while I talk to y'all about these financial situations and circumstances. I like that. So today we're going to talk about, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Kareem. Thank you, Victoria. Good morning, Kim. That's our faithful sister. We see her all the time. Hey, we're glad you didn't wake up at 7:15 last night looking for us. Yes, y'all. Kim woke up one night. She took a nap and she thought it was the next morning. She woke up looking for the Fearless Morning Show. But we
But you
love
know
you,
what? She was
Kim.
on point because she
Yes,
started sending us a message like,
right.
where y'all at?
Are y'all
Like,
okay? No, boo boo. Are you okay? Because it's PM, not AM. Love you, Kim. All right. Well, guys, the 5 things that poor people do that the wealthy don't. We're going to talk about this, and you know what? Sometimes we have to have those tough conversations, and this is going to be a tough conversation this morning for some of you. The first thing that poor people do that the wealthy don't, guys, is watch a lot of TV. Right?
that's the end of the show. Thank you very much.
a silent mic drop, right?
Right.
I'm sorry, Kim. I already told it. She said, don't tell that story. I already told your story. So we're going to pretend that I didn't. All right?
Okay.
Okay. So the poor watch a lot of TV, y'all. And oftentimes you'll hear that poor people will buy big TVs and have small libraries, but the wealthy have larger libraries. Why? What is the reference there? What's the connection? The larger your library, the larger your bank account. That's not just something that's been made up, y'all. This has been supported by research. Something to think about. So how big is your TV right now? Right?
How many do you have?
It will, yeah. But you know they always focus on how big it is. They got to have a 89-inch. Is that such a thing?
I don't know, but it be wall-to-wall TV.
Right. Trying to figure out what's the biggest size screen you can get. And then what kills me, all right, I'm not even going to go there. We're not even in Black Friday season yet. But y'all know where I was going with that one. All right, I'm going to leave that alone. But I do want to say that in watching a lot of TV, the thing that we have to be aware of, good morning, Lamorla, good morning to Shayna. The thing we have to be aware of is, y'all, that these TV stations are pushing their own agendas. They're pushing their own agendas. Exactly. So
Can I just ask one question? Why are people not up in an uproar about this new TV show, The Purge, that's coming out? In the beginning of it says, let's make America great again. And it's one day in the United States where it's legal to kill or do any crime you want to do. That's a show that's coming out in a couple of weeks. And nobody's in an uproar about that. Nobody seems to care. I'm sorry, Lynn, but carry on.
No. I'm not aware of the show. First and foremost, that's coming out. But y'all let us know what y'all think about that, right? What do you think about that situation? And what you gonna do about it? All right, let's move on. Yes, go ahead.
Miss Smith, with those big TVs and small libraries, that's right. Because what are you putting into your mind that you can actually use? Can you actually use what you watching on TV unless you hustling?
Right. Right. All right. So just let's move on to number 2. What are some things that the poor do that the wealthy don't, y'all? And I get it. Sometimes you just got to do this because you're in a hurry. You know, we have a gazillion things on our list. But y'all, it's that fast food. Come on, somebody. It's that fast food, that food that they're feeding to us when we go through those drive-thrus or go into those restaurants, that we have no clue what's in there. We have no clue what's in those foods. We have no clue what's chemicals are in there. We're not even sure if all of that's food that we should be eating that's inside of those things that they're selling to us, yet we frequent those organizations as if our life depends on it. Guys, your life does depend on it. So I want to challenge you today. Challenge you. And whoever wants to take the challenge, take the challenge. And if you don't, that's fine. That says, more about your thinking and where you are, right? But take a 30-day challenge and see what you can do differently besides frequenting those fast food restaurants. What are some things that you can do differently? And you say, well, that's going to cost me too much. It depends on how you decide to go about that thing. There are some different things you can do. Number one, it's a lot cheaper to eat at home, right? And you have a better opportunity of knowing, or possibility of knowing, what's actually in your food as opposed to frequenting these fast food restaurants, y'all. Because it's the truth be told, yeah, it's on the cheap, right? You say, well, I can go over here and get this for $1, and I can go over here and get this meal for $6 or $8. Yeah, it's on the cheap, but it's killing you in the long run. You're going to end up in those, right? End up in the emergency rooms, end up in the doctor's offices, end up with, diabetes, high blood pressure. Go down the list, just rattle them off. Why? Because of the things that are inside of those foods. Yes, ma'am, birds of a feather flock together. See, we got to figure out how to do things differently, shall I say. How are we going to do things differently? So take that 30-day challenge, y'all, with us. Take the 30-day challenge with us so that we can figure that out, right? So that we can figure things out for ourselves and make better choices and decisions for ourselves. Yes, oftentimes we're saying we're doing this because we don't have the money to do it. But if we figure out how we can change what we're putting in our bodies, that's going to help us in the long run. See, you either pay for it now or you pay for it later, right? So we have to, y'all, I knew this was going to be a tough conversation,
Be
but
peaceful.
somebody, yes, be peaceful, Rosie. I know she's gone already. The door's closed. But y'all, someone has to have these tough conversations with us. Someone has to, help us to realize and recognize that we're doing these things to ourselves out of the, concept of convenience, right? Because it's convenient for us to be able to do this. The next thing, y'all, and y'all gonna talk to your children about this one, please. Number 3, the poor wake up later than the wealthy, especially when they're young. Especially when they're young. You know that the greatest opportunity to build your wealth is when you're younger years, when you're able to get up and get about and do something, right? But oftentimes we'll try to sleep in late. Back in the day, you want to sleep in, right? You'd be
Your
like,
mama wouldn't let you.
girl, I'm not even going to talk about how my mama wouldn't let us and what the list of chores were that we had to do and get done before 8 o'clock in the morning. Hello, somebody?
Correct.
Before.
Yes, ma'am.
And that was on the weekends and in the summertime. And in the summertime, even when she had to go to work, you still had to get that stuff done, because you better bet your bottom dollar she was going to check it when she got home. And if it was not done right, guess what, baby? You get to do it all over again, right?
That's right. And a little friend on that behind.
Now, so guys, we have to have these conversations with our children and with ourselves, because some of us, truth be told, some of us as adults, we're continuing to do some of those same things that we should have let go by now because we are grown-ups. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I know it's a tough conversation for some of us. Yeah, that's right. Get up, clean up, eat breakfast. Yep. In that order, then clean up again, because you just messed up all the dishes.
I was gonna say, and then clean up again.
Right.
Just messed up first.
Exactly. So guys, focus on growth in your early years. Focus on growth while you can. Focus on those things that matter most to you, instead of just going hard and relentless about all of these things that we do. We talked about it yesterday. Don't stop doing stuff just simply out of obligation. Do what's most important, right? For you and for your family. What's going to be most important at the end of the day? Are you really living your life? That's the question. These are true confessions about life and finances over here. All right, number 4, don't get mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger. And I intentionally did not put on a Atlanta Falcons or a Georgia Bulldogs hat today because of number 4. And The number 4 thing that the poor do, that the wealthy do not, y'all. These are in my list. Is sports. We can get all up and engaged in sports. We get all the paraphernalia. We get everybody to bring them together. We get all the jerseys, all the hats, and we'll sit out there and we'll say, we won that game, right? We'll take all the time out in the world to get so engaged in these sports with these teams when the wealthy, you know what they
Girl.
doing? What are the wealthy doing, y'all? They own the teams. They own the paraphernalia that's being sold to us. They own all of the different pieces that are related to this. So they're on the opposite side of the situation. See, we have to recognize and identify, y'all. And I know some of y'all be like, oh Lord, she done went sideways with that one. And that's okay. But the truth be told, sometimes it hurts. Sometimes the truth hurts. And we have to figure out exactly what it is. Hey, good morning. We have to figure out exactly what it is that's most important to us as we get out here and live life, right? Intentionally, have some true confessions about our life and our finances. All right? The number 5 thing, y'all, what that the poor do that the wealthy do not, is the poor tend to use credit cards and loans to buy useless things. We'll spend our money on useless things because we think it's a status symbol. We think that because we look good, right, with those $200 Jordans on, or because we look good, right, with a certain symbol on our car, and we'll go into debt. And you know what? What's happening on the opposite end of that spectrum, y'all? The wealthy are continuing to get wealthier. And who makes them the most wealthy? The poor, right? Because of the decisions that they're making in regards to the things that they're buying. So you have to recognize and identify what's most important. Good morning. What's most important to me, right? What's most important for my family? What is the legacy that I want to leave behind? Truth be told, y'all, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of having these same conversations over and over and over. I'm sick and tired of seeing the GoFundMe pages when our loved ones are passing away. I'm sick and tired of every time there's a situation, right, that we haven't prepared ourselves, we haven't provided in a way for our families that's going to allow us to be able to do things differently. Is anybody else sick and tired of it? Is it just me? Am I the only one? Because I just don't understand. Why do we continue to do the same things over and over and over? And we keep falling in that same word. It's like a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle. Good morning. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm just responding to some facial expressions that I'm getting as I'm walking by. So some of them looking at me like,
I want to know who was you talking to?
They're looking at me like, oh, girl, you better. Some of them looking at me like, girl, you better preach. Some of them looking at me like, what are you talking about?
Why are you talking about me?
Right. Right. But guys, in looking at these 5 things, I gave you 5 things that the poor do that the wealthy don't. Make sure that you're paying attention to each of those individual things, right? And figure out which one of those things you're doing. I'm sure it's something in that list. And that's not an exhaustive list. Let's be clear. That's not an exhaustive list. I've only shared a few of the things. I have a couple of more, if you'll oblige me for just one moment. See, I gotta pay better attention out here because I know these joggers out here are serious. Okay. I didn't finish my thought about buying the useless things because oftentimes, y'all, the challenge for many of us in our finances is we try to spend our money before we even get it. Hello, somebody. How many people have fallen into that trap? And the only reason I can talk about this, y'all, is because I've done it before. I've been there, done that. Got the hat and the t-shirt. When I knew a bonus was coming, You know what I did? I went ahead and planned it out already how I was going to spend it. Didn't even have it yet. Didn't even
They done
have it.
calculated the taxes and
Calculated
everything.
every single iota and determined how I was going to spend it in advance before I even had it.
Girl, I
And
was getting
messed
good.
up.
I had my bonus down to within $100. I was like, and just imagine if
Oh,
I was that good with the rest of my money.
now, exactly. Now you said something there, right?
Mhm.
So we have to figure out, how do we do things differently? How do you do it differently, guys? You have to surround yourself with different people. Get around people who are thinking differently, not those people who are doing the same old that you've been doing all these years, maybe even school, some of us, because some of us haven't even come out of that high school mentality. All those things we did back then, we still, right, doing the same
Mhm.
things that we've always done. Let me
Yep.
throw in another bonus for y'all real quick. Do I have more time?
Yeah, you got a minute. Go ahead.
A bonus one, y'all. One of the things, another bonus for what poor people do that the wealthy don't, is blame other people for their situations.
Well, wait a minute.
Hey, well, Sharika, we're not talking about anybody. We're just talking about what we're talking about, right? If we can
Girl,
all agree.
Sharika got me. Y'all, you know I'm the Dollar Tree queen, girl.
Yes.
Dollar
So,
Tree queen.
so we have to figure out, guys, what are these things we need to do? And we cannot blame others for our misfortune. And you know what, guys? And one of the things that I am picking up every single skill set that I possibly can get is figuring out how these wealthy individuals are leveraging other people's money to get what they want. They are leveraging other people's money. They're not just getting the loans and the credit card money to buy useless things, but they're leveraging those opportunities to make money for them. That's what I'm working on. That's the journey that I'm on, right?
Mhm. Me too.
Those are the type of people you need to be surrounding yourself with, because they're thinking in different ways, right? You can't just call it outside of the box thinking. It's outside of the comfort zone thinking. Because oftentimes many of us, we're comfortable in our comfort zones, and we've chosen to say, okay, I'm fine, everything's fine. And when everything's fine, it gives you an excuse not to change anything.
Well,
So figure out, guys, what are those things that you can do differently? Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Fine, and you? Good. We're not here all the time. Okay?
you're going to be running with him in a
I'm
minute, Lynn.
man, I need to. Because he got it going on. He's running all the time. You hear me? All the
But Lynn
time.
hates to run,
I
and Lynn
understand.
hates to sweat.
Well, I hate to run.
Yeah. And she was a tennis player. How did that even go together?
See, because once you learn how to hit the ball at the right angles on the court, you can shorten those points. See, you didn't have to run consistently. There's short bursts of running in tennis as opposed to long distance. See, this long distance. Uh-oh, he done met him a little lady friend out here. She stopped him from running. Oh, I never. Oh, oh, okay.
Hey, you
Yeah.
getting a hook up on the walking trails.
Okay.
All the single ladies, you better be hitting up your walking trail.
Now, okay. So, guys, we
Miss
have to
Smith
make
said
sure.
outside of the comfort zone thinking. Yes, that comfort, you got to get
Exactly.
outside that comfort zone thinking.
Exactly. You must. All right, guys. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off today. But those are the things if you missed it, go back and listen to the replay. But those are the things, the top things that the poor do that the wealthy don't. So figure out where you fit in, start making those changes. And if you're ready to have a conversation, guys, go and you want to talk to America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yeah, I said it, America's #1. Go to bit.ly/talk to Lynn and schedule some time. It's time
The
out for
Lynn is
play.
capitalized.
Yes, please capitalize Lynn. That's an L, a capital L, LYNN.bit.ly/talk to Lynn. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining for this financial confession and conversation this morning. It's time for us to do things differently. All right, and I hope you join that 30-day challenge and figure out how you're going to stop the madness around that fast food. All right, guys. All right, over to you,
Correct.
co-host. Good morning.
Lynn, can you read the quote one more time this morning, please? I
Sure,
know it's
sure.
from Abraham. I forgot. Did you say Abraham Lincoln?
Abraham, yes. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any one thing. Good morning.
Any one thing. And I think our topics are kind of aligned yet again. I think me and Lynn are getting into a groove where we don't even talk to each other for days. But our topics seem to get together. So I'm going to answer a question for you today that you may have been asking yourself. Oh, look at the doggy. You know I'm a dog lover.
Yeah, girl. Well, they have a nice dog park over here for you.
I love dogs. I cannot wait to get one. So I'm going to answer this question for everybody today. And you have asked yourself this question a gazillion times, because I have. And sometimes you just need to hear somebody else give you the answer. Yes, it's you. Yes, it's okay. It's you. Yes, it's okay for you to dream that dream. Yes, it's okay for you to start that business. Yes, it's okay for you to want to live better. Yes, it's okay for you
Yes,
want to do different than your family.
yes.
Yes, it's okay to be different from your mama. Oh, Father God, counseling over here, Jesus. I had to work that out. You hear me? True confessions and conversations. I had to work. I'm a big believer of counseling and those friends that can talk to. Shayna is me and her are mental health partners. We get down deep and dirty with the mental health thing. It's okay for you not to think like your mom and them and not to live like they do. It's okay to have a best friend and not live her life and
Oh, there's
be okay
another
with you
one,
living your life.
JoJo. Wait a
I
minute. Can you
know.
see him?
Oh, she. Oh, pet her, Lynn. Pet the doggy.
Oh, say hi. She's trying to get on the show.
Lynn is not petting a dog. First of all, please understand, Lynn ain't petting nobody's dog.
No, not today.
But mm, thank you, Mr. Shayna. But so, guys, the answer to your question is yes. All of that you can do. Yes, it is only you that can do it. Yes, it's up to you to do it. And more importantly, yes, you can accomplish it. Because I think that's the one
Good
thing.
morning.
Hey, there goes Rosie's doctor. The one thing that stops you is that sometimes we self-doubt ourselves. And yesterday I talked about getting past the know of you, and we
Right.
have all of this self-talk and self-doubt, and we think, well, no, maybe I can't. So I'm answering all of your questions today with yes. Yes, you can do it. Yes, it's you. Yes, it's up to you. Yes, you can accomplish it. Yes, it's going to be hard, but yes, it can be done. And yes, you're the only one that can do it.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, your mental health is number one. And when I tell you I had to get okay with some things and it required counseling, and counseling is not like, ooh, I'm crazy. Yeah, I got problems. Counseling is, I got so much in my brain. Let me dump it. I need to go dump it out every once in a while and
Right.
start fresh, or put it in an order so that I can understand it. Because again, life can get crazy. You're a mama, you may be a wife, you may be between church, kids, school, raising children, Girl
Right.
Scouts. You have a lot
Good
going
morning.
on. And if you don't have anybody that can help you put that together mentally, it can be overwhelming. And then the
Right.
next thing you know, you sitting in a corner looking crazy and you don't know why. Because wearing that superwoman cape, honey, that thing get heavy after a while. And at some point, you're going to have to take it off. That's why the first thing in living past crazy is to be still and be quiet, number one, because you
Yes.
got to stop the madness. You have to. It is the smartest approach. Counseling, please, especially if you don't have a girlfriend who is not participating in your pity party. Understand, number one. We don't want one of them because that's not going to get us anywhere. But
Right.
somebody that you can talk to that's going to keep it for real, and that's going to call you on your stuff, because there's been many times Tashana said, and I love Tashana because she says it in such a soft way. And this is how she said, "Now, Joe, Yanitra, I love you, girl. And you know, girl, it's just me and you, but that's not right, my friend. And I love you." And but she be telling me, "Get your mess together," but she be saying it with the sweetest voice. And sometimes that's what you need. So counseling, your circle of friends is essential. But today on this Take Action Tuesday, the answer to all your questions is yes. Yes, you can do. I promise you can do this. If you think you can't, please send me a message and I can give you 5 reasons why you can, probably instantaneously, because sometimes you just need that. And that's what the Fearless Morning Show is here for. We're here to be your personal cheerleaders so that you know that you're not on this journey alone. Even though it is a personal journey, you got to actually do the work and the action steps yourself.
Right.
Good morning, Charlene. But you also have a group of people who are here cheering you on to remind you, hey, you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing, and yes, you can do it. So yeah, you can accomplish it. Yes, you can start that business. Yes, you can be different from your mama now. Yes, you can still love your mama and not live like her and do things her way.
Right.
So yes, you can do all of that. So that is your take action tip for today, guys. So take some action on your yeses today. Your yeses are requiring your action. If you don't take some action, they're going to go away. And then you don't want that. So please take some action today on just a small thing. Yes, you can. Yes, we can, honey. Yes, we can. And yes, we will. The more importantly, we will accomplish that thing. It does require action, period. It's not what's not going to happen. What's not fixing to happen is it's going to work while you sit here watching the morning show. You click off and you go about doing the same routine again. That's never going to change.
Right.
It's not going to change anything. You're going to have to take some action on that. All right, guys, that is it for the Fearless Morning Show. I said I was going to try to be on time this morning, so I'm doing pretty good. Lynn, you want to tell them where they can reach you at this morning?
Yes, but I first want to say, Charlene, yes, I can, I will, I must. That's what you must tell yourself every single day. This has to be a non-negotiable, guys, if you're ready to do what it takes to level up, right? Good morning. Do what it takes. But we thank you so much for your time. We know your time is your most precious commodity, and you can't get these minutes back, but you decided to spend those with us. We appreciate you for that. Go ahead, guys, over to Twitter and Instagram. Follow me at DemonSpeak. Also, if you're ready to have a conversation, go to bit.ly/talk2Lynn, bit.ly/talk2Lynn, so we can get this conversation started.
That's right. And the Lynn is capitalized, y'all. Don't make sure you don't forget to capitalize the first letter of her name. And please make sure that you go over to the website and sign up for the newsletter so you can keep up with Lynn and I for the rest of the year. She gave me some. Lynn, I saw your dates. I got to check against my Girl Scout calendar for Six Flags, so that we're going to be doing a roller coaster soon, guys. So you can have that. And then we have our 1-year anniversary coming up. So we're going to be doing a poll on where you guys would like to celebrate our 1-year anniversary. What city would you like for us to come to so we can celebrate our 1-year anniversary? So I'm excited about that. And make sure you sign up so you can keep up with the indoor skydiving. We're doing the zip line and we're doing the roller coaster. So we got a lot going on. So make sure that you sign up. The website is bafearless.com. So make sure you go over there and sign up. And then, of course, to follow me on Twitter, Instagram is just my name, Yanitra. I'm the only one out there. So if you put in my name, I will come up. I promise. In the red dress with the black and white jacket. You can't miss it. And I promise, somebody was like, when are you going to get some new pictures? I'm working on it, dog. Just hold on. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Charlene. And guys, this is Take Action Tuesday. Lynn, what was your topic? One more. I think I wrote it down. The top 5 things poor people do that the wealthy
Do
not
not.
do.
Yes, ma'am. That's
Please
it.
don't get caught up in that Dollar Tree, y'all.
Yeah,
That
don't get
and
caught up
y'all
in a
saw
lot of
that
things.
article. You saw that article that I posted, God, months ago about you really not getting a bargain on stuff at the Dollar Tree because the ounces are lesser and you're better off buying it somewhere else unless it's your cleaning supply. There's like cleaning supplies is about the only thing good. And like the little glass dishes that you're going to get out the Dollar Tree. Everything else, you're not getting a bargain for your money. So please please don't be Dollar Tree and Dollar Menu broke like I was last year, $7,000 at the Dollar Tree, Dollar Menu. I could have been killing with $7,000 in my pocket. So make sure y'all handle that. Oh, and Lynn, what did you think? Okay, and I know I said we were leaving. What you think about that $1.5 trillion student loan debt?
Well, I am thankful first and foremost to God to say that I am no longer a part of that number. But
Child, I'm a part of that number.
I'm here to say, y'all, that yeah, it's a real thing, right? And it's truly a burden for an overwhelming burden for a lot of people. So parents, as your children are going to college and signing off on these student
Please.
loans and signing off on all of these different things that they're giving them, be mindful of that and have these conversations with them early about going ahead and working. See, the thing that I did not do was work on paying that while I was in college, because I said, you know what, that's free money. I get to go and do what I want to do and all of that. And if there was any extra, you know what I did? I kept it and I spent it. I had no clue what I spent it on, y'all. I had no clue. And that's how I ended up in over 6 figures of student loan debt. But I thank God for the power of investing and compound interest that I was able to invest my way out of that and figure out how to overcome that. But that's $1.5 trillion, not billion, trillion.
With a T. In case y'all need some sign language, that's the letter T.
$1 trillion in student loan debt for many people here. Yes.
And mine is in that number. But when I tell you it's gonna be paid off sooner than later, and I have made the plan, please hold fast, as my family say, hold fast. I'm gonna make that happen. Because this 6-figure student loan debt is in, and don't let your children be ashamed to go to community college where you can pay for a class out of your pocket and get the because your first 2 years of college is truly just like repeating high school. It's your math, your science, your English, your history. Girl, go on over there to community college and save you some money and get what you need to get.
Better yet, while your kids are in school, make sure you're working with them and preparing them. They can take AP classes and they can take some community college courses. It's called dual enrollment while they in high school. Y'all, we can figure out.
And it's free.
Yes. At least in the state of Georgia, it's free. It's free in South Carolina. It's free in other states because the states have worked with their local governments to figure out a funding agent behind that because they know that that's a way to go. I'm on that funding piece, right? But
girl,
anyway.
Honey, I am right behind you. And listen, y'all been posting those scholarships, and a lot of people have not contacted me at all. You can start applying for scholarships as early as 13. Trust and believe, we have a spreadsheet, we have the links, we have the due dates, we have the qualifications, and we have when we apply, starting at 13. We're not playing up in this piece at all. So handle your business. All right, that was not how we meant to go this morning, but at least we making sure you guys know the information.
True confessions about life.
That's right. It's not a good for every child because some kids don't want to do that. And that's cool. Courtney realized she didn't want to, college was not for her. Right. I gave her the half business and it is doing wonderful. Can I tell y'all a story? Courtney got so mad. She got so angry the other day. And Courtney don't, she's so calm. She rarely even say anything. But somebody said, what Courtney going to do today? Stay at home and do nothing? I said, well, Courtney has Bare Your Hair. She works that from 9 to 5 every day at the house. And Courtney has some very choice words. She said, I get up every morning and I go to work for myself. I decide if I make a paycheck or not. I ain't got to call nobody to give me some money. Then she went on to say, you don't even know the work that I put in and
No,
the late nights I work to
no,
research just to get to what my mama know. I said,
right.
girl, you better tell them something. Hey, to the men.
Exactly. Exactly.
So she nicely put them in their place, and she was like, if I show you what I got to do and what I do during the day, she is like, I work harder than
Than
you do.
any of
I
them.
was
You
like,
better say that. Working for
I
yourself
said,
is the hardest thing that you will ever do.
ever
I
do.
thought working in corporate America was hard. Y'all try working for yourself. It's a different thing. But the thing
It's a
about it
different
is
thing.
you can control your time. You hear about all the good stuff. You hear about all the, yeah, I get to control my time, but then I also get to work twice as many hours as I did at a job for somebody else. Let's just
Right,
say
right.
that.
And
We
Tashana,
missed that
Tashana,
part.
she been working. Tashana has had a, how long you been had your dance school? Tashana's been working for herself for years. And it's getting up in the morning, working late at night. When you sitting there thinking, oh, I need to watch TV. No, ain't no TV on. You got some music on to help get your mind right so you can get some work done. That's
Right,
about it. So people don't understand. And so people then, and your journey is not for everybody to understand, and you don't have to explain it to everybody because it
right.
is not for everybody to get. It's not for everybody to understand. So please understand that. So let's end it with your take action today. The answer to your question is yes. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can accomplish it. Yes, you can do whatever you set your mind to do. You
Yes.
got to step out there on faith to make it happen. So I just finished Sandra Run. Well, I ain't just finished. I read it like 4-5 months ago. What is it? Yes, or on the way to yes, or something like that. That's a very good book. You guys ought to read it. And she talked about that. If you don't say yes, what are you saying no to? Are you saying no, I don't want a better life? No, I don't want to advance in my career. No, I don't want to do this. What are you saying no to, more importantly, if you don't say yes?
Wow,
So
that's
that's
good.
something to think about
Yes.
on your bright and early on this Tuesday morning. So we're
Yes.
gonna end the show. Make sure you share the video, guys. Please go over to YouTube and subscribe and to watch and share over there if your friends and family do not have Facebook. And make sure you check out the Fearless Morning Show page. There is so if anybody asks you how can they catch the Fearless Morning Show and the replays, we do have a banner, a poster over there with all of our links where people can catch the Fearless Morning Show. Anything else then before we close out the day?
Oh, nothing else, y'all. I'm just paying attention to my surroundings, and you do the same wherever you at all day long.
That's right.
All day
That's correct.
long. All right,
That
guys.
is correct, honey.
I'm Lynn Dimmers, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yeah, I said it, America's #1. We'll see y'all here tomorrow morning at 7:15 a.m. bright and
Right now.
early. And I
I'll be
promise
on
you.
time in the morning. I was 3 minutes late this morning, because honey, I was taking that curve on 2 wheels, but I
Oh,
will be here bright and early
well, it's
tomorrow
better to be
morning.
there safe than sorry. All right.
Child. Honey, we was rolling. But I will be here bright and early tomorrow morning at 7:15. You guys have an amazing Tuesday, and we'll see you later.
All right. Signing off.